Hello everybody, my name is 711 and welcome to the second week of the Pokémon Battle Association. My second opponent was Kyle, and as you can see here, he has a very scary team. He has the Ferrothorn, which can set up stuff. He has the Victini, which can just destroy things. He has a Mega, what is that? A Mega Banette, which is pretty scary as well. So, and then Miltank just walls everything. So let's just jump into this battle. I do have a few plans, as you can see, looking at my team. So he starts off with the Cradilly, and he starts off with the Nidoqueen, which I kind of figured would happen. And I said, you know what? Maybe we're going to just trade rocks first turn. I think I'll be okay with that. But no, he actually does Toxic Spikes. And I was pretty surprised about Toxic Spikes. I thought there would just be regular Stealth Rock, but no. So I'm not quite sure how to handle a Nidoqueen. I don't think I've ever fought a Nidoqueen before. So in comes the Slowbro. And he roars. She roars, I should say. Into Heracross, which is really interesting because I brought a Guts Heracross. And this Guts Heracross is actually going to like this poison a bit. So I go for Earthquake here. And so I'm at really high attack here, and it doesn't kill. And I'm really surprised about that. So Nidoqueen can switch out here and preserve it if Kyle wants. He has some Pokemon to take an Earthquake, so I decide not to keep going for Earthquake. I switch into Chansey just in case, just in case Nidoqueen keeps going for Ice Beam, and indeed she does. I take an Ice Beam to the face, and look at that negligible, pitiful, hardly noticeable damage. I was really surprised about that. So I'm just falling in love with Chansey in this league. So in comes Keldeo, and I decide to go for a Seismic Toss on the Nidoqueen in case he was sacking off the Nidoqueen. But at this point, he saved the Nidoqueen, and I'm really wondering if this thing is Specs, or Scarf, or Life Orb. I don't know. I can't tell what item this thing has. I was thinking for the whole time that this was a Choice Scarf Keldeo. But as you can see, Slowbro just ate up that Scald like it was nothing. And so Keldeo knows he can't do anything, and in comes this guy. And so I go for a Scald, predicting that that there would be a switch. I didn't know what he would switch into, but I decided to switch in first. And there's a Scald, and I get the Scald burn, which is absolutely phenomenal for me, because as far as like high physical attacking Pokemon go, there's like Mega Heracross, Mega Mewtwo, maybe Mega Gallade is up there, but Mega Banette has like 165 attack if I recall correctly. So even if you're burned, it's still pretty darn high. So I got extraordinary lucky with that burn, and the Destiny Bond is a bit annoying here. I kind of figured that he might pull some sort of shenanigans like that, Confuse Ray, maybe Destiny Bond. But I decide, but then he taunts me, which is really interesting. So I can't go for the recover now. I was hoping to just recover out this burn. That was basically my strategy. I did not want to attack it and then I'd go down. So I let the burn take out Grudge, the Mega Banette, and Slowbro gets a kill. So we're doing pretty good here for the moment. And this is precisely why I wanted. This is not very effective Volt Strike because I'm a grass type, and so that's just wonderful. Like I said, this is exactly why I want Stealth Rock for this Victini. I want to wear that Victini down, hopefully survive a hit from some move, and then, you know, hit it hard with another move of my own. So he knows that Victini can't do anything, and I send in Keldeo. And so, you know what, this Keldeo probably wants to go for that Secret Sword move of sorts. He's not going to Scald, so yeah, he switched into Keldeo, and this Cradily is just putting in all the work. So this Secret Sword is in fact going to kill. So now that I basically sacrificed Cradily so that I could see what he was choiced into. So in comes the Slowbro. And so I am in a pretty good situation here, and I can Scald if I want, but I decided to just instead go for a Fire Blast. I was predicting the Ferrothorn switch, perhaps, potentially. That was a critical hit Fire Blast. Now this Slowbro is not invested in special attack all that much, I think 4. So basically that was that was a very, it was still a strong hit, but I can see that Miltank is special defensive, so Staraptor comes in. Staraptor comes in and goes above the Toxic Spikes, and now these Stealth Rocks are up. So now there are Stealth Rocks and Toxic Spikes on the field. This is 5-5, and this close combat is surely going to take out this Miltank. I love Miltank, and it was kind of a shame to see it go down, but down goes the Miltank. It just had to go. So next he decides to send in the Nidoqueen. I figured that a Scarf Keldeo would be a good option here, but no, he goes in for this guy, and I go for another close combat, and what do you know, it lives. It just lives. I was very surprised about that. So there's an Ice Beam, and that is easily going to take out the Staraptor. So Staraptor didn't shine quite as much as I would have hoped. So I know that I can outspeed this Nidoqueen. I can go for a Hidden Power Ice, and so that's essentially what I decided to do here. Now, like I said before, I am forced to stay in on this on the turn that I stay in with my Mega Evolved Pokemon. So there's a Hidden Power Ice, I believe it is super effective, and Nidoqueen goes down. So that's another kill for the Mega Magnetric. Oh yeah. So we're on a roll here. I think it's 4-3 now. I think. So I decide to sack off the Mega Magnetric here so that I can see what this Victini is locked into. And if he wants to switch out, that's fine with me, because Rocks will take out the Victini next time that it comes in. So I decide to switch into Slowbro. Slowbro can take these V-Creates all day, literally. Thanks to that Regenerator, Slowbro's HP bar is still pretty high up there, and Kyle knows the deal here. He can't switch out, so that actually did a lot. I mean, V-Create is a really powerful move, but it's not very effective, and Slowbro's defense is through the roof. So Scald easily takes out the Victini, and all he has left, I believe, are the Keldeo and the Ferrothorn, which surprisingly there are Toxic Spikes and there are there's Toxic Spikes and one other thing, and oddly none none of those were set up by Ferrothorn. So here's the Chansey now in here, and here is a hidden power of some sort. I'm guessing hidden power electric to hit the Mega Slow, or I'm sorry, to hit the Slowbro. So this is the point that I finally realized that he was not choiced at all. I thought he was choice Scarf the entire time. And so I thought, well, Chansey Walls is Keldeo all day long. Not the case. So now that I know that he's not choice Scarfed, I know that this Heracross is faster than everything. Everything that's left. So I decided to go for a close combat, and that puts a huge dent into the Ferrothorn. Was it a one-shot? There's Iron Barb's damage. Oh, it just straight up knocks it out, because you know what? Close combat is super effective and stab. So Heracross takes out the Ferrothorn, and all that's left is this Keldeo. I am Scarfed, I will outspeed. This close combat is going to do a whole lot, not to mention that I'm Guts, and I'm Poison. So that is how Kyle's team went down. So that was a really great battle, Kyle. But as you can see, I just had a pretty good matchup. Slowbro pretty much walled Victini, Slowbro walled the Keldeo, Chansey walls the Nidoqueen. Your best chance really to put in a whole lot of work is either to predict the switch accurately or put in work with the Mega Banette. And Mega Banette was switched into a Scald Burn. So I have the upper hand for sure, and not only do I have the upper hand, but I also had some luck on my side. So that was a really great battle, Kyle, and I hope to see you in the playoffs. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give this video a like, and stick around for more, because there's a lot more of the Pokemon Battle Association coming up later. So until then, peace.